Hey gang, it's Ark, and this is Portal Reloaded. So this game came out a few months ago, and I'm just now getting to it. I played the original Portal and Portal 2, both when they came out, and I really enjoyed them. And from what I understand, this is a fan-made sequel to Portal 2, and it was released exactly 10 years after Portal 2 came out. So it's been quite a while. And I also read on the store page, apparently there's a third Portal that has something to do with time travel. But that's all I know. I stopped reading the page at that time because I didn't want to be spoiled on anything else. So, except for that, this will be a completely blind run of this game. So, let's get into it. I guess I'm in a loading screen.
Hello, test subject.
4509.
You have been in stasis for
16
days and
4.
decades.
Is that the Aperture logo on the glass here?
Welcome to the Aperture Science Long-Term Human Storage Vault. You have been selected to take part in a very special testing course. Federal regulations require us to inform you that the testing ahead may result in slight cases of
Sore throat.
or
Blurry vision.
or
Death.
if you experience any of the aforementioned side effects, please do not hesitate to write them down in your test report.
Pretty standard Portal style humor so far. This is a really slow introduction. I guess that was true of Portal 2 as well.
This vacuum tube will take you to your testing area. You will be further instructed there. Good luck.
Okay, can I play the game yet? No. So this is... looks like it's basically going to be a Portal 2 mod. All of the assets and everything look like they came straight from Portal 2. Alright, here we are.
Welcome to the Enrichment Center. These automated messages will guide you through your test today. The door in front of you is programmed to open in approximately
20.
years. This test can be solved in two different ways. Option 1. Wait patiently. Option 2. Time travel to the future. The choice is yours. However, if you prefer time travel, the Enrichment Center will provide you the means to pursue that option. The time portal will open and testing will begin in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so the time portal...
Sensors indicate that you have not yet stepped through the time portal.
Yes, is only one, looks like it's a
You have
single
still
portal.
not traveled through time. Please enter the time portal.
So I'm not going to place it in two different locations. I'm going to wait for the third audio
To help
cue.
you decide, the Enrichment Center is going to provide you with two new options. Option 1. Step through the time portal. Option 2. Die from thirst. The choice is yours.
Fair enough. I'm sure there's more stuff, but we'll go ahead and go.
Welcome to the future. Time traveling through portals will be an essential part of this testing course. In order to help you distinguish between the present and the future, this part of the Enrichment Center has been left untouched for the last
20.
years. You may see some signs of decay. Don't worry, the Enrichment Center is designed to withstand centuries without proper maintenance. Find a way to exit the chamber.
Okay, but now they gave me a button.
Welcome back to the present. If you are ever unsure which timeline you're in, simply observe your environment. The present should always look a bit cleaner than the future.
Okay, so just some basic tutorializing there. I think that's pretty easy to understand. It'll be interesting to
This
see...
Aperture Science test subject teleportation device will dematerialize your body and rematerialize it in the next chamber. This process is absolutely safe. Usually.
It'll be interesting to see how the regular portals mix in with this to create some interesting puzzles. There's a lot of loading screens in this game.
These next chambers will involve cube and button-based testing with the perks of time travel.
I guess I can't escape this railing.
A cube placed in the present will appear in the same position in the future.
I mean, that makes sense. So, can we see into the future? So in the future, there is no grill.
Moving a cube in the present will automatically update the location of the same cube in the future.
Yeah, I understand that. Ah, so that's the problem. There's a grill here in the past. Wait. Oh no, that's right.
This future version of the cube can be moved freely without affecting its counterpart in the present. It will stay wherever you leave it, as long as the present cube's destiny is not altered in any way.
The present cube's destiny.
Good. Please continue to the next chamber.
I wonder if that's going to come into play later. That would be pretty interesting. I can imagine lasers going through time portals could create some pretty paradoxical situations.
Understanding the concept of cause and effect will be vital to solving the upcoming tests.
Wait, there was a cube
Simply
up
put,
there.
everything you do in the present has an impact on the future, but not the other way around.
There was a companion cube over there. Could I have stepped off to grab that? I wasn't listening to what he said. Everything you do in the present will affect the future, but not the other way around, I think is the idea. Oh, interesting. So... I'm in the present, or I'll call it the past now. If I have a button here, it'll be there in the future. Okay, I'm definitely going to have some learning to do, because right now this looks impossible to me. If I go into the future and pick up this cube, What? Why isn't this cube still sitting on the button in the future? Oh, sorry, this is the future. Never mind. Okay, so this is the present. So I take this cube. That one there should be gone now because I've changed the destiny of this cube. So I put that there. It'll still be here in the future. And now I can pick this one up and bring it back to the present. And now these are the same cube, but this one is significantly older.
Good thinking. While it is impossible to bring a present cube to the future, this clever trick allows you to have two versions of the same cube in one timeline. This will prove to be very useful in future chambers.
I believe that. Okay, this is nice. I can see that we're going to get some really interesting puzzles out of this. So my instinct is to say past, but I'll go ahead and say present to be consistent with what they're saying. So we probably want this somewhere in the present. And then we want to go grab the future copy of it to bring with us. So I can get myself stuck, right? This is a thing in... Oh, no, I can't, because as soon as I move this, that alters the destiny of the cube. So I need to end up at the top with a cube. So that's probably going to involve having a future cube sitting here. Okay, I think I understand how to do this. So this is our present cube. If we leave it here, then we can go grab the future cube. And leave it here. And when we alter the future cube's destiny by picking it up, it vanishes.
Always remember, if you change the destiny of an object in the present, the future version of that object will be affected as well. If this sounds too complicated, you're in luck. The next chamber will only heavily rely on your understanding of this very basic concept.
Sweet. So we can't reach up there. And we can't really do anything here. Let's see what the future holds. So in the future, this has, I guess, sort of collapsed. Oh, there's a dropper up there. Okay. Let's take this cube back to the present. I don't know if it matters if I do this in the present or the future. I have to see what the rest of the puzzle entails first. Oh, so we have to actually have both cubes. Okay, what are you for? So, this is a spot for me to place. Oh, it's interesting. It looks like they're indicating that my past self needs to hand it off downwards, whereas I would have assumed that it was upwards. Okay, I'm not sure I understand this, but let's try a few things. If I drop the future cube here and press this button, that's going to alter the destiny of that cube, if I understand correctly. Right. Oh. Why though? So the cube, if I'm understanding it, the cube cannot travel backward in time. Interesting. I don't believe that that was an established rule yet. Sorry, the cube can't travel forward in time, because that was the past. Why would the cube not be able to travel forward in time? All right. I see what they mean about this heavily relying on your understanding of the cubes. What did they call it? Alright, I'm clearly going to need 2 cubes. I feel like I'm missing something. Where do I even start with getting an additional cube? Oh, I see. Okay, so I use this cube to even be able to get up here in the present in the first place. Now I have a present cube, which is something that I wasn't able to do before. So now that there's a cube in the present, I can leave it somewhere. And where I leave it is going to be really important, because I won't be able to move it later without altering the destiny of the future cube. So I don't think this is right, but I'm going to leave it there just to experiment with this a little bit. Wait, this doesn't look too bad, right? So in the present, there's a cube there, which means it's also here in the future. But I can grab it in the future, and can I take it back to the present to have an extra copy of it? I think I've established that that's possible. And then we should have wait, what am I supposed to trigger with this? Oh. So I actually need to have that. I need to have something not on there, I think is what they're telling me. So that's what this is for. Wait, if I leave this old cube here Can I not find it in the future? I can't. Why is that? So it looks like there are some additional weird rules beyond what they've told me. Because in theory, if I'm leaving that cube to sit there, then it should still be there 20 years later. I suspect that these rules aren't logically consistent in the first place, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. Touching this invalidates the position of that. So I could never use the future cube on this button to be able to take the present cube upstairs. Unless I do this. Oops. So here's my future cube. I go back to the present and put it on the button. See, this image is confusing. It looks like the guy on top is handing it down to the guy down here, but that's not what's happening. He's already taken it from the guy underneath, and that's why I didn't understand that clue that they tried to give me. So now when I pick this up, it changes the destiny of that other one. And we have the situation that we needed.
Good. By now, you hopefully understand the concept of cause and effect and how cubes behave in different timelines. Now, let's move on to something more interesting.